Hey, how's it going? So Wati Krap, it's the Rare Dawn Patrol. It is about 10 minutes till 6 in the morning, and I'm gonna head up Soi 24. I'll probably break it into 2 videos today and just check out the whole Soi. It's a pretty long stretch, at least a kilometer in between here and Rama 4. And it says the Embassy of Hungary is down there. I'm sure that's just in a smaller office building because I've never seen it. Maybe we'll try to find it. If you know where the Embassy of Hungary is on Soi 24, leave a comment. But once again, I'm at the top here under the Phrom Phong BTS station on Sukhumvit. Across the street there is the Emporium Mall. And then on this side of the street, connecting through the BTS station, is the Emporium Mall. And the brand new Skywalk takes you down just a 5-minute walk to the new Empsphere Mall. So that makes up the M District. But let's check out Soi 24 and everything it has to offer. There are a ton of high-end condos. There's, even in the most expensive area, and this Soi 24 is no joke, you can find a 3-4 story affordable building if you're all about staying in the most affordable place on one of the nicer streets. It can be done, but don't be surprised if you go to any of these nice high-rises here on Soi 24. You might get a bit of sticker shock. Right at the top of the Soi, there's just 2 taxi drivers standing by, but in the afternoon there'll be 10 racing people halfway down the street for 10 baht, or all the way down towards Rama 4, 20 baht. Now at the top of 24 is the 24 Inn. You can also access it right by the Phrom Phong steps on Sukhumvit. Just looks like a 4-story hotel. And I forget, okay, I know where I'm at now. I'm on the left side of the top of 24. There's some hanky-panky massage going on back here. Attic massage, easy, mango. In the, I don't know, starting around noon, the ladies will sit out front trying to get you into their establishment. Next door to Attic is the 102. And I've never noticed this place. It says Thai Massage and Barbershop. And they also have the Bangkok Spine and Joint Center, knee and leg shape correction. And I'm sorry, the light is, or the sun is just barely starting to come out, but tucked away in the back here is the Aurora next to Butterfly Massage. And the Full Moon. Right next door is the EZ. Mango, this place has been around forever. Mango Nuru Massage. Mango, you'll find an LEK or leak. You'll find these all over town. Just in this Soi 24 area, I think there are 4 of them. A really legitimate, kind of no, what do you want to say? No frills massage. And here is the Orient. Door's already open at 6 in the morning. And then we're coming back out. That is the Emporium Mall just across the way. And Korean food. And then on this side, I don't know. I think it was a Japanese place. I'm not positive. I think it's going to be locked up, but there's a little, yeah, it is. There's a little shopping center just across the way. And you can see we're just barely down Sukhumvit, but I'm going to show you every inch of this Soi 24. Right across the way, I see the S24 Penthouse, small hotel, and there's a little alley we'll head up. But right there, there's a ramen restaurant, and you see those double doors. I did use, trying not to get hit here, I did use Visa service. I forget the exact name. I think it's called, there should be a sign out here front, to do a 90-day report, and it was 500 baht. You do have to drop your passport off, and they take it to immigration. I don't really like surrendering my passport to anybody, but hey, that's the price you have to pay if you don't want to do a 90-day check-in in person. I've since did it online a couple of times, no problem. The online used to be a little hit or miss, but I It's not that complicated these days anyhow. I got it done. But I just take trips. So I just time a trip out of the country somewhere around day 80, and then I just don't bother with a 90-day report. When you come back in at the airport, if you have a multiple entry visa, which I do, that counts as a 90. And I'm sorry, they don't have a sign or anything out front. I believe they were Vietnamese folks. I don't know if they were Thai. Obviously, they speak Thai, but really nice people. No recommendation or anything from me. I don't know anything about them other than I trusted them to do my 90, and it worked out perfect. Now here's an Emporium custom tailor, and this little kiosk is a KF money exchange. And also it says there's a dispensary in there and Korean side dishes, facial massage, but I don't see the visa service. Lovely nails. I'm gonna walk up here and take this left. Here's the sky massage. I believe this is all totally legit. Oh, and across the way is another LEK. I failed to mention on the corner right there by the motor taxi stand is a large LEK or leak. And that's just a little office building, Supinda. Next to the LEK, 7-Eleven, and this is another kind of popular spot. If you stay in any of these hotels in the area, they might send you over here to Nature Thai Massage. I think they do a good job of providing coupons or something to the different hotels. I've heard from many people that they've been pointed over here to Nature, and I can't read what that says next door. EHOT Massage, then Nuke Massage. As we take the left down this little alley, here's another authentic Thai massage on the corner. No shortage of affordable Thai massage anywhere in Thailand. Another massage back here, the Relax Room, Thai massage and aromatherapy. And I think there's a little food stand. These are the backs of businesses, little restaurants. Well, this is a large restaurant on Sukhumvit, and this is where it pops out. Yeah, I thought, yeah, right here. Well, no, this is the Relax Room, but I thought that, and maybe it is a little food stand. So an express laundry and dry clean. Right next to the dry clean when you go inside the building is that little visa service. Again, I don't know anything about visa services. I've used them for a 90-day report, which is no big deal. Anybody can do that. I have heard higher rates. They charged me 500 baht. My one buddy said, my guy charges 2,000 baht. Now that might be the difference between a higher end lawyer and a quote unquote visa service, but they got the job done. 500 baht. I don't know anything about doing a nano for retirement, anything like that. I did that on my own. I paid one other agent. That was kind of a higher end place. I am legal. I paid them. Sorry about the mumbling, it's a little early in the morning, but I paid him to open my Thai bank account. And I try to keep up on the news. It changes constantly as far as visa issues. The new buzz out there is it is going to be more difficult. It was already kind of difficult to open a bank account without a visa. It's a double-edged sword. You need a bank account to get a visa, but you're supposed to have a visa to open a bank account. So normally 3,000 baht makes that problem go away with most agents. You can give it a try on your own, but I tried it. It's a little bit more difficult than it appears. This is a side entrance to the Emporium. There's a nice gourmet market up on the 3rd or 4th floor and a nice movie theater, the Sin Club. I just recently found out Sin Club I always considered a little bit more expensive if I had time and just whatever, felt like going up to Terminal 21. You can catch a movie up there for 220. Oftentimes the same movie is 350 or 400 baht here at Sin Club because it's, depending on the theater, they have these luxury kind of big padded seats where Terminal 21, they have that usually in the back of the theater, but the front seats are just, they're still nice, but they're normal size, loud tuk-tuk, and cheap. But here at Sin Club, I found out if you come to the movie Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday before 1, so the first maybe 1 or 2 movies, oh, what was it? It was under 200 baht, I think. It might have been 150 baht. Don't quote me on that, but it's cheaper. Come to the first movie if you want to save a buck. And sometimes the last movie, I just learned that by accident. You come to the 10:45 showing, it might be 200 baht. That is the little alley with Mango and Butterfly, the massage places. This building right here where it says 432, you go in there and go up the elevator, and up on the 5th floor is the Mutual Bar. It's just a little place, but it's fun. There's a guy usually in there with a guitar. It's just a dimly lit little cocktail lounge. It's not super cheap. I think I was paying 220 baht for a bottle of beer. So that's a little bit higher end compared to, well, it's very high end compared to, say, Pattaya with 60 baht beer bottle options everywhere. But here in Bangkok, 120 to 140 is kind of the norm. When you start getting into live music, there's no cover charge really anywhere around town. Maybe Speaker Box every now and then charges 200 baht to get in, and then it's kind of cheap beer, like 120. But most places like Green Room Bar up in Nana, no cover charge, good entertainment, but then they're going to charge you 160 a bottle, which is fair enough. Everybody has expenses, and real estate, air conditioning, everything adds up, and it's more expensive here in Bangkok than many parts of Thailand. Now we're coming up to the Mercure Ibis. I'm not sure if they're combined. I think they are. Off on the left here, Mercure Hotel. Here's a little pro tip. If you're heading to the movies or the gourmet market, this little walkway, just walk in to the side entrance, the parking garage, and there's an entrance straight ahead on the left to the elevator. You can go directly to the 5th floor or 4th. If you walk in the side entrance of the Emporium, kind of like an IKEA, they wind you all through the mall so you can take a look at everything on escalators to get up. There's an elevator, but it's not easy to find. It's kind of hidden in the corner. The escalator is what they want you to use. And there's the Mercure with a 7-Eleven at the base. I don't know. I see 2 towers. One says Ibis Hotel, one says Mercure. I don't know. Is it the Mercure a French property? So maybe they're connected. Across the street from the Mercure, the Skyview Hotel in Bangkok. I'm pretty sure I've been up there once. There are a couple of rooftop bars. I see Vanilla Sky and Mojo and Character. So I think it's the 30th, 32nd floor, something like that. These rooftop bars, they're really nice around town. Tucked away behind the hotel, there's a Japanese restaurant, a Muay Thai gym, I think 2 Japanese restaurants. And I don't know what this little food building, it's popped up recently. Is it chicken? There's just so many places I still need to try. But at the bottom of the hotel are 2 other Japanese restaurants. Here's Live Kitchen, and I can't read it. Yankee, I think. Oh, get out of the way of this car. Yeah, this appears to be fried chicken. I don't know what style. Old school filet. Huh. I'm just getting in the way of this van. But let's go over here, and I know there's a Muay Thai gym tucked away in the back. Oh, the gate's locked. Okay, so you go through this little area, and you'll find a Japanese restaurant right there, and the Muay Thai gym off to the right. Just on a side note, that building way off in the distance in the middle of the picture, that is on Soi 30/1. I believe it's the Waterford Diamond. There's a couple of Waterfords around town, but that is just an older building with big, huge 50, 60 square meter condos. Again, it's old school, but you might get a huge unit at a good value. As we're heading up the street, the Hilton is off on the left, and there's a big, beautiful private residence right in the middle of 24. And there's the Hilton. Its sister property is the Doubletree. If you take this little shortcut on the left, you'll pop right into the Doubletree lobby, and you can walk right through and pop out on my street, Sukhumvit Soi 26. See a string of cabs hanging out in front of all these fancier hotels. They're looking to do day tours and take people out to the old city, on and on. In the night, they're hustling around, but in the day, they're trying to pick up a trip to Pattaya. And across from the Hilton, the Oakwood Suites, Bangkok. I'm going to walk to the back of the building. I don't think I've ever been. There's probably nothing back there, but we'll find out. And out front is an Acorn Cafe. I had always assumed that was a coffee place, but I see signs for breakfast, and there's even a every Saturday acoustic guitar. Yeah, I think it's just a parking garage, but let's go check it out. Yeah, it's more just parking for the employees, but I like to get out and check all around. Where am I? Soi 24. So this little building back here is on, well, 24 kind of spider webs off. There's another part of 24 that goes near Benchasiri Park. You'll get used to that when you're trying to learn the lay of the land over here. Soi 23 is another example of a street that is really 3 gigantic streets, and they're all Soi 23. And Bangkok is an interesting city. You can see these are very basic rooms that are going to come at a super affordable rate, right next to a luxury building that might be $2,000 US a month. And if you live in that building, explore the hotels in your neighborhood, go up to the different rooftop bars and all. You might walk by, say, the Hilton Place every day and didn't realize your new favorite little rooftop bar up on the 30th floor is feet from your condo. Try to not pay too close attention to the weather, the heat, whatever, but I've had a couple of people ask me in the comments, hey, it'd be nice if you gave a shout out on the temperature. I just looked at the phone. It said it's at 17 in the morning. It's 86 degrees. I'm not sure about the humidity, but I'm going to guess 86%. It's no joke, the heat over here, even at 6 in the morning. Just across the street and right next to the Hilton is the Oakwood Residence and the Patella Peg Bar and Cafe. So just what I was talking about on top of that Oakwood, it's only whatever, a 10-story building, but they obviously have a rooftop area, probably where the pool is. There might be a little bar there. The thing with Bangkok is it's ran sensibly, so you might be able to use that swimming pool for free if you're buying cocktails, hanging out, or you might be able to work something out to just go up there and pay a small tip and use the pool. I mean, most of these condos are going to have a pool, but just to mix things up, yeah, don't be afraid to give it a try. Myself, I lived on a sailboat in a marina right in front of some fancy hotels, whatever they were, Hyatt's, Hilton's. I maybe went into the bar down below, but I probably could have accessed the other bars, the rooftop, the on and on. I just never did. I always considered, well, that's for the people staying in the hotel. But over here in Bangkok, they're all about selling cocktails, whether you're staying in the hotel or not. So yeah, check out the fancy bars in all these places. There is the Ariston Hotel. I'm trying to watch my arm not get smacked by a motorbike, but at the very end of the street there, we're just a short distance from Sukhumvit. You can see the stairs going up to the Prampong BTS. And this is looking down the way. This, again, it's a pretty long street, Soi 24, in between Sukhumvit and Rama 4. Read this sign. Is it the Dichet Court? It's a very secure building. I'm sure they're beautiful apartments, maybe 5 stories tall, but it's tucked away behind this high wall and gate. Next door to that is the Siri residence. I showed that side shot when I showed that affordable room and the building that may or may not be $2,000 a month. I have no idea what the cost is, but this is not a cheap area. I can't really get a good shot of that Siri, but it's a beautiful building. Next door to Siri, the Hyatt Place. I had recommended this place for years. I still do. I recently found out they stopped giving the free breakfast. I'm sure it's still about 10 US bucks to buy, and that might be well worth it. I would wake up late, whatever it is, before the breakfast closed, 10 o'clock probably it closes, and just eat a huge breakfast. It was carving stations, soups, dumplings, on. And that sometimes carried me into the late evening until dinner. But this Hyatt Place It used to be, and they have like a rooftop bar up on the 20th or whatnot, a category 1, which is the lowest in the Hyatt chain. So sometimes you could get the rooms for 3,000-4,000 points. An incredible deal if you get, say, a Hyatt card and get 60,000 points after spending 3,000. This is in the US. We're big on our credit cards and airline miles, but check out the Hyatt Place over here on 24 for a nice hotel at an affordable rate. Yeah, can't go wrong. Across the way is the Premier Condo. And these look fairly large. And I think I missed all this. You know, I might go through that little gate just to see what's back there. Out front is Healing Art, which I'm assuming is massage. Try to get across this busy street. That's the thing with these streets that go between Sukhumvit and Rama 4. They're just a major thoroughfare. Massage, spring massage up on the 3rd floor. And I'm not sure what's back here other than a set of stairs, but I've never walked back here. I've walked up and down this street for a decade. Oh, there's a pool back here. Well, there you go. I assume this is the pool for, what was this condo called? Premier? Had no idea. I'm gonna walk to the back there. It looks like there's a little doggy run or something. It says do not allow dogs to foul this area, but I'm assuming it's still a place to bring your dog and clean up after. A little bit unusual for Bangkok. It has a diving board and a 2.7 millimeter deep end. My pool is pretty much 1 meter. It's about this same length, maybe a little longer, but it's 1 meter all the way across. And across the street, there's a peek at that Siri. You can see, you can probably pay a crazy amount of money for one of those beautiful condos with the private, huge balconies. Most of the balconies around town, they're gonna take up 2 air conditioners, maybe a washing machine, and a 2 by 2 square foot area left there to stand there and smoke. There's the Hyatt off on the left. Yeah, so that's kind of cool. I'm sure even being an older building, this is going to come at top dollar. It's a less than a 6-minute walk to the BTS and on Soi 24, but you can look up Premier Condo. I don't know if it's pet friendly. People have asked me, can I do a video on pet friendly condos? I don't think I can. I would have to go into all these offices. There's a language barrier, and there's a little bit of, well, why do you need to know kind of thing going on when you walk into some of these offices. There's also signs that say no YouTube. There's just so many guys that are like, I want to get a condo, and they're like, yeah, sure you do. You want to get in here and film a condo for your channel. So I have seen multiple no YouTubers in different condo, they call it juristic offices over here. This is a pet vet animal hospital. What is called right across the street next to the Hyatt Place, they're redoing the sign. There's another older condominium next to the vet hospital. I assume this is just a private residence. There's a big fancy house down the way next to the 7-Eleven. Young lady selling lotto tickets out front. Well, maybe she's not too young, but she's younger than me. Kyoto Massage. And this place, if it's what I'm thinking, has been on my radar. Sukhumvit Mansion. I think it's like a brick building. Yeah. I really like that building. It kind of reminds me of a New York City or Brooklyn apartment building. And every one of these buildings have a guard. He's already kind of checking me out. Hey, what are you doing filming? I'm sure I could go down there and do a peek, but there's a little bit of a, why do you want to see? And the office will open at 10, that kind of thing. So I'll just give you a shot from here. Right next door is the Abora Massage. I've mentioned it in other videos. There's a site called HipFlat, HIPFLAT. You can plug in almost every building and it will show you interior shots, the pool. You can just get an idea of the building. Just be a little bit careful if it says there's a 27,000 baht a month apartment. Well, that might be a 2-year-old rate. And I'm making up those rates. Don't hold it to me if you look it up and say, what are you talking about? It said it's 42,000. I have no idea. It's just a cool brick building, and I'm just out here showing you the neighborhood, and then you can do your due diligence. So there's a plant-based restaurant, bistro, next to an organic place, only good stuff. Best Tailor on 24, dry cleaning, a rug store, and a sushi place. And then we have, it's behind that sign, but I think it's the ASA Garden. I believe that's the ASA Garden building. Yeah, there's one guy who likes to leave a comment all the time. Hey, these walks are useless without you going into every building and getting the prices for us. And do you know how long that would take? To walk up this street already is going to take me an hour and a half to walk into every building and inquire about prices that will be different in 3 months. That's just an impossible task. If you don't have 10 minutes to look up a couple of buildings you're interested in, I can't help you. Now, this is the Hopeland. You'll find Hopelands all over Thailand. They're kind of a long-term hotel. I think you can stay there nightly, but they also specialize in kind of a serviced apartment type deal. And across the way, Shindai Company. I'm not exactly sure what that is. And here's the advertisement for Hopeland. Yeah, it's I think they have hotel style rooms and then a little bit larger rooms, possibly with cooking facilities. I've never stayed in a Hopeland. I have buddies who have, and they seem very happy. And the Shindai Company appears to be, I see Club Med advertisement, so let's call it a travel agency, next to the Akira Clinic and the Trendy at 24 hair, beauty, and massage. And then a Japanese restaurant next to, what is that, Pudera? It looks like a fancy spa. There's a little side Soi right there next to the spa that takes you over to the other section of Soi 24. I've shown that in other videos. If you search the search bar at the top of my channel, just put in Sukhumvit Soi 24. I also have a Sukhumvit playlist. So if you're super interested in this 24, over the past 2 years, I probably made 3 or 4 videos. I mean, not a whole lot changes, but if you want to check them all out, get a good idea of the neighborhood, and I've showed it all. Yeah, back here on this side Soi, there are a couple of cool 6-story buildings, 8-story buildings, like that one. And again, these are nice choices. You can almost see the BTS down at the end. Yeah, you can clearly see it. So that couple of dog walkers out. So staying in, say, that building, you're a 5-minute walk to the BTS. But we're going to keep heading down the main 24. I'm not sure for how much longer. I'm going to definitely break this up into 2 videos, or it will be 55 minutes. So here's the Siri at 24, Bond Siri. You can see we're getting into some pretty fancy territory. The large Asia Herb. It's a spa, massage. You'll find different locations around town. Very legitimate, yet an affordable rate. Left is the Silk Hotel and Residence. The club, which I'm assuming is a massage or spa. The White Mulberry, Weaver, Miwoo Clinic. When you see that Les Raffines badge, if it's here, or I think there's one on Soi 39, somewhere over there, you're talking money. Some high-priced, beautiful condos. But if you're looking for one of the nicer places to stay in town, look up that Les Raffines, but you might be really surprised at what it costs. Not everything is dirt cheap in Bangkok. You can pay as much for a condo as any large city in the world. There's a little office building, the Amy. It says Amy Sukhumvit 26, but we're on 24. Okay. I don't know what. Time Beauty House. I'm assuming a beauty shop. Here's another shot of that Les Raffines. And I like looking up these little alleys. This one says this is personal property, do not enter. So I assume it's just a single house, but sometimes you can find some cool little businesses tucked away. Here's a beauty shop, Selena on 24. Give you an idea of whatever L'Oreal treatment is, that kind of thing. Brazilian keratin, nails, massage, and waxing. Across the way from another beautiful tower, the Krungtep Thani Tower. There's an office building, the Sahai Place. I see a fitness mall up there. There's plenty of these smaller private training places, but down below is a cafe dispensary, Pak Lolo, and the Urban Deck Bistro and Bar. Up on the, what are we on? Sukhumvit 24 side entrance to the Park Origin. It is, if I remember, 4 large towers that go between 24 and end up over on Soi 22. So it's a very large complex. This will give you a shortcut if you want to cut from 24 over to the Soi 22 area. What I mean by that is many of these streets in Bangkok, you come up 24 and there's just no way to get over to 26 or 22. You need to know what hotel lobby to cut through. Sometimes there's a side soi, but it's very rare. And much of the time you might have to go a half a kilometer before you can get over to the next soi. Your other option is walking all the way back to Sukhumvit, just walking up the short distance to the next soi, and then walking up where I'm standing here, this distance. Yeah, so this is definitely more just a parking entrance to get into Park Origin than anything. That I think is one of the Park Origins. I looked at a unit in there. They come in all shapes and sizes, but in my price range, I think I was trying to keep it around 20,000 baht. They basically showed me a 28-meter studio. Now it's pretty darn small. It is a beautiful building with a killer condo and a really nice, huge pool up on one of the top floors. But you're gonna pay for that luxury. If you want a 35, 45, I'm sure you can get a 70-meter 2-bedroom. It is not going to be cheap. Now we're at the Staybridge Suites, and there's a, just from memory, there's a Fuji market and then all these different businesses. I see Japanese aesthetics, Japanese restaurants. What else is in there? Different cafes, but the Fuji is at the bottom. Staybridge Suites, it's a long-term hotel or service residence apartments, and the pool is right there, and I happen to know that because that tan building, that is my building, and my unit looks directly onto the Staybridge pool. So that is my building over on Soi 26, and like I explained, I wish there was a way to quickly get from the Staybridge over to Soi 26 so I could use this Fuji. I have a 7-Eleven over there, but a full-on supermarket would be very nice. But there is a 10-foot wall surrounding the situation. I get it. Neither property wants a freeway of traffic, much less motorbikes zipping through there. So they just build these huge walls. Check out the hours for the Fuji. It's a little unusual around Bangkok. The large grocery stores, Lotus and Big C, they oftentimes don't open till 10 in the morning, and then they'll close at 10 at night. There are a few 24-hour options. The Via Market up on Soi 33/1, the Tops on Soi 41, they're 24 hours, and I believe the Foodland on Soi 5 in the Nana area. I'm sure there's more. I'm just throwing out what comes to mind. Guess these businesses in the Staybridge are called Neighbor 24. Okay, there you go, 8 o'clock until 10 p.m. And across from Staybridge is the Grand Sitawan luxury apartment. Appears to be maybe 30 floors. Beautiful. At the bottom is a 7-Eleven, and just over here, one-stop healthcare clinic. I guess like a little urgent care with a pharmacy. So let's wrap it up here. I will do a part 2 on Soi 24, just to break it up into whatever, 2 30-minute videos. It's just such a long soi. So So this is 24. Way off in the distance, that's Soi 20, those 3 buildings with the helicopter pads on the roof. But this is a really beautiful area of town, very popular. So thanks for watching this walk down Soi 24. I will put out a video tomorrow on the second part of 24, ending up on Rama 4. Thanks so much. Consider subscribing if you haven't. There'll be more videos to come, and we'll see you.